main attack is like really launching off. The Uruk-Hai infantry, the bulk of their army is officially across, and it is going off heavily. It hurts them heavily. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Almost instantly routing this thing. I'm telling you, these guys are beasts in the yet, but I definitely will start doing it soon. You see these pikes actually using their push ability, and they're trying to push through these lines actually. They're doing a lot of damage with it as well. In combat with me now. They have reformed. I have reformed what men I can. What is up, guys, and welcome back to yet again another visualized history and lore video. Today we have some lore for you. We have a Rise of Mordor mod for Attila Total War. Today we have a what if scenario. So we know for a fact that Saruman had his own intentions when it came to helping Sauron, and it certainly wasn't being a henchman to Sauron. It was definitely the fact that he wanted the Ring of Power for himself. He was Saruman the Colorful, because he wanted to be more like Sauron. He wanted to be stronger. He wanted to create like Melkor wanted to create, because Morgoth wanted to create, right? Because Eru creates. But we know for a fact that he definitely would have betrayed Sauron if given the opportunity. Unfortunately, he was stopped at Helm's Deep, and then again by an unexpected attack from the Ents. But here we have a what if scenario. Helm's Deep has fallen, and Saruman has turned all of his forces west against, east against Sauron, in a time where he has too many enemies to be able to have a stab in the back. Well, Saruman is getting stabbed in the back, unlike the time when he was, stabbed in the back. I guess karma comes around, right? All right, so we have a situation here where Sauron is heading east across the Fords of Isen right here, but Mordor catches wind, because it was initially more Sauron's men that helped Sauron get started before, of course, he had his Uruk-Hai take over, and they are still loyal to Sauron and the Master of the Ring, and sent word back of Saruman's betrayal. Sauron sends an initial force to try and cut him off at the Fords of Isen, if not defeat him here, at least slow him down before he can concentrate forces against the newly formed strong Uruk-Hai army. Welcome, guys. Today we have a 2v2 river crossing battle. It will be the armies of Saruman, two armies of Uruk-Hai, against an army of the Easterlings and an army of Mordor with some Haradrim mixed in there. So just to represent all the different host of forces under Sauron, and he's patching together an army here to try and cut them off at the rivers, or at least slow them down. So let's see what we can do here today. Leading the Easterling army here, we have Oni Warren from the Discord. And if you make sure to join my Discord below, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe too. Like, comment, subscribe, share that shit, bro. We have the Sauron's army, or the Mordor army itself, being led by yours truly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The detachment of the Saruman's army coming to meet me will be led by Survivor from over on the Discord as well, and led by Wolf is the other half of the army leading across this river crossing. Very nice little hill, little island in the middle of the river crossing. It looks like they have an initial force of very light skirmisher cavalry under the Dunland horse raiders coming across the river. And you see my forces are just now starting to pick up pace to try and get there before the Uruk-Hai have a chance to get across the river here. Because they get a foothold across, it'll be assured defeat for me. Assured. So Dunland tribesmen definitely leading the way, trying to get the cannon fodder across to hold off me before they can get cut off at the river. They actually have some sappers as well in the back here, so I'm going to need to be careful and look out for those guys as well. You see just the massive hordes of men here. We are playing on a larger army, so it will be hard to go over every single unit here. I'll do my best just to really quickly go over it. We have 3 units of the Dunland Tribelings. We have 3 units of the Mordor Ravelers, 2 units of the Mordor Ravel Bowmen. We have 2, 4, 6, 7 units of the Uruk-Hai Scouts, or light infantry. We have 2, 4, 6 units of the Uruk-Hai very heavy infantry, or Uruk-Hai infantry. We have, I think, 2 units of the Uruk-Hai archers, 2, 4, 5 units of the very heavy pikemen, Uruk-Hai pikemen, 6 2 units of the half-orc axes, and a unit leading them, the white hand stormers. Take a look at these guys really quick. They are so beautiful looking. Going over here to the other half of Saruman's army, trying to go at this southern river crossing, just not to congest all their forces in the one singular river crossing. He has 2 units of the Dunlin tribes leading his force, as well as 3 units of Mordor Rabblers. Mordor Rabble Bowmen, it looks like he has 3 units of those as well. He has 5 units of the Uruk-Hai Pikes, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 units of the Uruk-Hai Infantry, 3 units of the Uruk-Hai Berserkers, 3 units of the Uruk-Hai White Hand Stormers, 4 units of the Uruk-Hai Archers, 2 units of the Uruk-Hai Crossbowmen, with one of those White Hand Stormers being his general. Get a zoom in on these Berserkers here. Very cute. We go quickly back over this side of the battlefield. I won't be able to cover all the army conflict for all this sets off. I will do my best as the battle progresses, but of course this battle is going to go very fast. Actually, I can slow it down. I can do that. I'm allowed to do that, right? So it looks like I was just able to get there just in time with my 3 Haradrim of vassals, swordsmen, and I was able to get there just in time. You see they're almost crossed the river completely there. And I think now my forces are just now in the my main force is coming into position now to stop them at the river. I'm not too worried about it at this point now. Mordor Bowmen and Bow Rabble are going to get into the water and try and oppose me. So you get 3 units of the Haradrim there who are going ahead of the schedule. We have 4 units initially here of the Uruk Throng, 4 units of the Uruk Pikes, 4 units of the Uruk Archers Heavy Bowmen. It looks like we have 5 more units back here of the Uruk Throng, 3 more units of the Uruk Pikes, Orc Pikes, excuse me. 2, 4, 6, 7 units of the Orc Pillagers, and then we have 3 units of the Servant's Eye. I actually think, I did end up charging that one Dunlin Tribesman skirmish unit with my other 2 units of the Servants of the Eye. Let's take a quick little look at these guys here, guys. Holy shit, are these guys absolutely freaking beautiful. Look at these things. Look like Inquisitors from the 3rd Age Reforged, but like in such better detail. Definitely took inspiration from that. Also have an onager in the back that I actually have to hold back. We have stipulation, you have to hold that back for quite a bit. But I actually don't care to use it for a little bit. So it looks like those Dunlin men from the other half of the Uruk-Hai army are starting just now to get across the river. So for the easterly armies, we have, of course, 8 units here of the clan guards. These guys just look so sexy, so sexy. We have 3 units over here of the Varag Lancers. Who cares? They look freaking sexy as hell. Look at those things. Sexy, sexy, sexy. 4 units of the Loki Rim Archers. 4 units of the Loki Rim Mace Men. Let me take a look at these guys. Oh, so it's carrying mace. This is like a little bit of a heavier melee infantry. Elite killers. 1 unit of the Banes of the Steep. Get a close up on these guys as well. Not as cool looking than the other guys though, but still pretty cool. Bane of the Steep being the general unit, and they have 6 units back here of the Warlords. And these guys are definitely the elite killers for sure. These guys are just, if you were playing against Easterlings, don't fuck with these kids, essentially. Don't mess with them. Just don't mess with them. Trust me on it. Alright, now I'm going to go back to regular speed now that things are kicking off. Go back over here on this side of the field. I'm actually able, surprisingly, I didn't think the Haradrim would be able to do it, but I think it helps, getting help from the bowmen. They're actually able to route this initial force of Dunlinmen and Orc Rabble back across the river. And that also forces back the Bow Rabble, and he's not going to risk pushing across his half-orc shock infantry just yet. So surprising to me, I was like, holy crap, I was actually able to do it. So they are getting routed back across the river, and you already see the amount of blood forming in these rivers here. It's just absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Beautiful, beautiful map. Enemy has engaged our ally now. Going back over here, look at this. Yep, they have engaged. So those initial units of the Dunland's tribesmen are getting infilated fire from those Loki Rim archers and are going into combat with the clan guards. Are they going into the combat piecemeal? They are just you know, and the orc rabble coming behind, they are just how might I say it, cannon fodder, so it doesn't really matter. The main force is actually falling quite a bit behind, very slowly. So it looks like actually the Easterns will get a stronger foothold than I did, or an easier foothold, that is, on their river crossing than I did. So my Haradrim took some damage, but my Bozer is giving it right back as well. Already able to rout that Dunland tribesman unit. The half-orc axes are coming across to try and take care of any initial guys. I have mixed in my pikes with my infantry here. As you can see, my pikes in phalanx formation are mixed in with their pikes just barely sticking beyond the infantry. This is an obvious and well-used technique across Reforged and this mod as well, just because these guys help act as arrow protection for these guys. It's nothing more, you know, it's nothing more complicated than that. It's not really some like fucking meta move or whatever, like I'm a third alternate dimension ahead of you guys in terms of skill. That's just an obvious move I'm using to protect my infantry from arrow fire. Those pikes will do a lot of damage, they will hold the line. Look at this guy right here, just took the sword out of the dude's hand. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Yes, yes, yes. Sexy. Oh my god, decapitated him right there. Very nice. So again, these half-orcs are gonna get hit pretty hard with my arrows. You see, that's about all the damage they're taking is from my arrows. But they will definitely get rid of my Haradrim and ready for the main infantry attack to come across the river now. So the orc rabble are now across the field and across the river, and the guards are holding pretty well. They've all suffered a little bit of casualties. These guys, no, they're not starting to rout, but they've all suffered quite a little bit of casualties front line. So they've definitely softened it up. They've definitely done the cannon fodder's job. But just now, the real infantry is starting to cross their side of the river and come into position. So this attack actually is going off an echelon, starting with the left side for sure. As you can see, those Haradrim broke and they went to an immediate attack, getting the Uruk-Hai scouts across the field. They're just fast moving, more light centric melee, but they're definitely gonna be better to send across first. So he's definitely doing the right thing, sending them across in the right order in terms of waves. As you can see, he's sending them up in blobs, protecting his half-orcs to try and get to the front line, start doing some shock penalty damages. I'm coming into contact with my Uruk throngs here. Looking at the balance of power, our allied count is about 10,000 to their 13,000, so they actually have 3,000 more men than us. Although, as you see, they're losing at a pretty dramatic rate. We aren't faring very well either, though. Man, that's really going down. They have to be fighting those rabblers or someone over here. Yeah, it's these kids. That's what's causing it to go up. Them being in shield wall, those orc rabblers, first of all, are already going to have trouble doing damage against these guys, but especially with them being in shield wall, I'm not really worried about those orc rabblers attacking. But here they are, they reformed and attacking the shield wall again. And those pikes are just now starting to come across the field. This is what you're going to have to focus your infantry fire on right here for sure. And he's going to try and counter shoot these archers here that will try and take out the pikes. Is he already focusing them down? Yeah, he is. Good job. Oh no, I think he's actually shooting the bowmen. Oh my god, shoot the pikes right while you can. Oh my god, this is such beautiful shots. I think he's missing the shots on this. Oh, I see. He has another unit back here. Yeah, he has another 3 units of archers back here, I see. Loki Rim archers back there. Oh, so these are Vigaria bowmen, or Varag bowmen. Actually over here. So he actually had 3 more units I didn't see. Those guys aren't doing shit to these guys, actually. So these, and I don't think they'll have a shot for any longer now. They kind of missed these shots, missed his opportunity to do damage. They actually crossed the river without any arrow damage whatsoever. That's huge. And that's definitely going to come back to bite Oni in the ass here, leading the Easterlings. Back on my side of the field, the main attack is like really launching off. The Uruk-Hai infantry, the bulk of their army is officially across, and it is going off heavily. Heavily. So actually, as you see right here, they actually have a unit of sappers here. He actually brought 2 units of his sappers across, and I just immediately focused down all my archers on. I was able to take out one of the units completely, but the other unit's now sneaking back across. I think he's hoping I don't see him. You see the bombs in their back here. I don't know if they can actually blow up bombs against infantry units, but I wasn't going to take the risk, so let's see if I notice it or not here. Oh my god, I don't think I noticed it. Are they gonna get across? Are they gonna get across? Shoot him! Legolas! Shoot him! Oh my god, they're gonna get across. Oh, there they go. The order just went out. 3 attack orders. Oh my god. They're so close to the lines. Somebody shoot him. Somebody shoot him. Somebody shoot him. Oh, there we go. Come on. Oh my god, look at that. 4 units of archers just rain down upon them. 1 unit. Was that 1 unit gonna do it like at Helm's Deep? Nope. He gets headshotted. And there goes Sapper. Sorry guys, not blowing up today. I value my lines and I value my life. Back over this side of the field, the pikes are going into formation now. They have a very nice little pokey range here. And don't worry, they can start doing this because they still have plenty of time left. And I don't think these archers are actually doing much damage at all. Pikes actually coming in kind of weird formations. I'm not sure why they're coming in like this, but the Uruk-Hai infantry would definitely, with the support of the pikes, be able to do a lot of damage against these shield walls. The unit has rallied. And now their pikes as well are starting to come across, and these guys again will be what's really going to be starting to hurt me over here. It's really about watching these pikes, to be honest with you guys. Such a beautiful mod. I wish I had more content. I know they're coming out as fast as they can, but like, they've been out for a while, and it's just like, ugh, please more. See the berserkers right there, combat. Just look at this line. Oh, there comes my my polearm infantry, actually coming in to support these lines and give some two-handed justice back to him. See, oh, berserker going off against my polearm right there. Come on, kill him, get him. Get him. Look, this pikeman just got a kill there. Good job, pikeman. Yes, good. I've definitely over half of my force committed at this point in time. I think I still have five-ish infantry units still in reserve. Other than that, my entire force is pretty committed at the moment. Those pikes are just now starting to come in, so that's going to be doing some damage against me for sure. Yeah, they got across definitely unhindered, unfortunately. Too many priorities at the time, you can't target them all, you know. So actually able to, those initial half orcs I got across the river are officially gone now, so that's good to get those guys out of there. Some of my Uruk throngs have gotten a little excited with the fact of my how polearms getting in there, and they are charging out beyond the lines, unfortunately. Very crazy battle. Looking back over on this side of the field, it is developing a little more now. And he's actually had to commit another line behind the guards because they're starting to be pushed back and broken. The archers, I think, after a while now, the damage is finally starting to mount against these guys from the archers there. But these guys in the center, still holding strong. Only lost 1 guy, but definitely dealing more damage back. You see how these lines are starting to become very warped. And the more warped the shield wall becomes, obviously, the more damage those Uruk-Hai infantry are allowed to do. So, very, very good use there. And very good line of archers back here as well. These crossbows will actually do a lot of damage. If he can target down those warlords with his crossbows, that could mean the difference over there on that side of the battlefield. So it looks like there's some initial routes going off here against the Uruk-Hai. They are wavering across the line. I do have 1 or 2 units that are starting to waver, but definitely they are wavering much more heavily. Who's this here breaking? The other unit of the half-orc axes, I think came back actually, are now routed again. You see the lines are all tangled here, no sense of organization, it's all confusion. Countercharging. Trying to reorganize lines against these pikes. It is all confusion here. They're definitely now routing 3 units, possibly 5 here in a little bit. If these 2 break, they are getting low. The half orcs and these light scouts are also very hurt at the moment against my pikes, but their pikes are doing just as much damage. I'm not breaking yet, but I definitely will start doing it soon. You see these pikes actually using their push ability, and they're trying to push through these lines actually, and doing a lot of damage with it as well. As you see, these pikes are actually, they don't really need these guys anymore, other than just infantry support, mob support. They're using their push ability just to push out beyond the lines, and they're doing quite a bit of damage against those guys as well. Back over here on this side of the field, oh, you already see I have some men routing as well. He's committed, I think, almost the last of his infantry reserve. The only infantry he has left is his final reserve of shock infantry warlords and warriors and warlords of Rune. So 6 units left for him. I think I had 6 units as well. I think they are still in reserve. Yeah, mostly. Actually, my line actually had a mass rout here on this side of the field due to these pikes, I believe. I think my pike line broke, and once my pike line broke, his pike line broke my pike line. Yeah, he centered 2 pikes over here. Once my pike line broke, the units that it was protecting, I think, also broke as well. So actually, that may hurt me if he can break it through over there. So they're starting to come back here as well, so maybe I can reform this line. The lines are definitely starting to become more warped. These Uruk-Hai pikemen are nothing to mess with. Definitely best pikes in the game for sure. Maybe Fountain Guards withholding. Definitely Uruk-Hai pikes, best pikes in the game. So that is definitely starting to take a number now. I was too busy focused on those sappers that I wasn't able to focus down the pikes when they were coming across the river. And I think that's coming back to bite me in the ass. Maybe it was the right move in the end, but it's definitely hurting at the moment, for sure. We won't know. We will never know. We only decide what to do with the time that's given to us. Gandalf. And definitely these initial lines, definitely a lot of heavy green over here, and these lines are definitely starting to waver for Eastlings over here as well. Although if they can bring their archers to bear, a lot of these archers back here still have half ammo left. If they can bring their archers to bear somehow effectively, I think they can turn the tide back in their favor. I think they're ready to put in these warlords, or these Vagaria warriors. They're ready to put them in. So sexy, dude. They're like Easterling. They're like Middle Eastern. Like they're like, it's weird. It's like they're Middle Eastern samurais. It's kind of cool. Again, if they can bring those bows effectively to bear, because they're not doing it right now, they may be able to turn the tide back in their favor, but they're definitely hurting at the moment. You see, he's trying to, but it's not really working out. It's just a weird angle with the way he set up his men initially. How is this doing over here? So I'm definitely breaking all across the line here. He is too. So we're trading pretty evenly on this line here. I think I am starting my evacuation. Yeah, I think I do decide here at this point in time. I am trading pretty heavily here, but I just don't want to keep fighting these pikes head on like this. And I think I realize at this point there's no way my pikes can go against his. His are still very strong in strength. I think it's better for me at the moment if I can get him into a more open field situation. Because if you notice, I still do have 2 units of where are they at? I still have 2 units of these Servants of the Eye that are fresh, essentially, and now my onager can be used as well. I'm starting to move that now though towards him. I'm realizing I need to evacuate from this situation, so I'm moving it preemptively to where I'm going to be retreating to. So I do start a retreat. So what units are on the line, I'm trying to hold there. Some units I'm pulling off, as you can see, and then hopefully he doesn't notice and I can run out of here in time, because he has no cavalry left. As you see, he threw away his cavalry at the beginning of the game, so even if I do run away, he will not be able to chase me, because if he does try to, he'll run away ahead of his pikes that won't be able to keep up, and I'll be able to kill him that way. So now it's just a matter of, can I hold off the line while I'm retreating? And I think I will be able to. You see, I still have a bunch of my fresh units that were in reserve here. Definitely going to help there that I still have fresh units. But I am in a route or a organized retreat at the moment to more favorable positions. I really just need to bring those cavalry to bear. I spent the money on them, and it's hurting right now that I can't use them. It's actually to his favor that I'm blocking him in like that. So I decided to bring him into a more open field situation where I think I can work against his pikes essentially. And you see these pikes, again, the same situations happening over here. He has 3 units of cav, and these pikes are being brought to bear very effectively without him being able to do much against them. As you can see, they're still very strong over here. And if he could bring his cav that is very superior to bear against the Uruk-Hai, for example, who have little to no cavalry. You see, the only real cavalry they have is those Dunlins that aren't really anything. So it's almost to the Uruk-Hai's advantage that this situation's happening the way it is, just due to the way their faction's set up. And it's, yeah, so see, they're reforming. They understand they can't chase me down exactly. And what units I do have going might break on the route there. So I'm having my general come down to try and stay around the routing units, and I'm in a full retreat now at this point. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead to when the battle engages again on my flank, because this is just gonna be slug fighting here. You see they're breaking through a little bit, and we'll catch back up with you in a second when we've advanced a little bit further through the battle. All right, boys, welcome back to this side of the field over here. The Vagaria Lancers, or Varag Lancers have charged out over here because the enemy general unit is right here. So you have the allied general for the Easterlings and his units of Lancers out here trying to take out the enemy general here. But they are also suffering heavily. This line here is very give and take. You have 1 or 2 units breaking here just because he's finally being able to bring some archers to bear. As you can see, all across the line here, it is flipping either way at the moment. But I think these warlords slipping through here is a good move as well. He's able to slip through these warlords, and I think he's going to countercharge these pikes in the back because he understands that this dies right here, and it is dying very quickly. He's had to charge in his archers. It's going to mean for sure defeat. Yeah, there he goes. He's turning them in against the pikes. Good job. And there goes the first. So even the cav is just stuck out here in the water. The general unit you can see here isn't that badly hurt compared to these cav units getting decimated, because these are lancers. They're cycle charge units. And having them stuck out in the water fighting a infantry like this just isn't the way. Sorry, that's the general unit there. So his general unit, the maintenance steep, is still over here. I pulled back out. My archers have actually been helping a little bit over here, trying to help out. Just because if he breaks, well, I'm pincered, right? And just now, the Uruk-Hai armies are in combat with me now. They have reformed. I have reformed what men I can. I expect him to put his pikes on his right, because his left over here, because my cavalry's over here, but he didn't. He put them on my left. And that's like not the move for me, because my guys, I put my weakest men over here. So my bows are trying to get some forward skirmishing shots out on them. I have the same situation, same setup I had earlier out here. But you see just how weak my front line is over here with my my reserve units that were still good to go on the right side. I'm gonna be activating my Servants of the Eye here soon. I haven't been able to yet, so this is where it's going to come into play. If this open field retreat gamble pays off, it'll mean the game. If it doesn't, obviously I'm screwed. So my onager is firing off against those bows, because if these bows can hit my isolated cavalry out here. He actually showed early, he got some shots on my general. These guys are heavy, but they actually, if they're hitting the back by bows, it hurts them heavily. Oh my goodness, oh my god. Almost instantly routing this. I'm telling you, these guys are beasts in the open field. So that's what I'm banking on, essentially helping me win this battle out here. Yeah, almost initially breaks this whole weakened line over here. So he put his weakest on the side where I didn't want him to. And I think I put my strongest on the side he didn't want me to, so I think it kind of worked out like that, unfortunately for both of us. So he's doing this little leapfrog tactic with his Uruk-Hai infantry and his Uruk-Hai pikes, trying to protect them from my bow fire that has now retreated behind the lines. He's trying to soften up my pikes here, actually getting some alright shots, but of course that's the whole point of me doing this technique like this, because not nearly as many of them was dying. And you see I'm actually trying to return the favor as well. Onager going off in the back, trying to stop those bows from doing exactly what they're doing, which is attacking my my pikes. And the lance is almost completely dead. However, he did open up a gap here in the line, and he is trying to take out the enemy general, who is still holding strong. He's only lost 20 men from the last time we saw him, although it's the only thing holding together this line over here is these archers here. These warlords, of course, will cement that as well. But it's still, he's still breaking on this side. It's starting to pop off 1-to-1 here. It all depends. If his general can stay alive long enough, I think he has the victory over there. So it's still a very, very close battle here. Balance power is a little bit in our favor at the moment, but with us having about 200 men now, so we came back on that 1,000-man deficit from the troops. Actually, obviously, he's starting to break my left flank as well with his pikes, and my cav now moving in. Oh, so beautiful. Here's the other unit. Just stop shooting my pikes. Thank you very much. Yep, there we go. Very beautiful, very beautiful. 8 minutes left in the battle. And again, this battle, his pikes still have half strength over here, so that's what's really leading that. So if he can, as long as his general stays alive out here, which you see already, this cav unit's almost gone hit, this cav unit's ready to break. All these units are very depleted. The only thing that's really out here is these warlords, which is significant, don't get me wrong. Probably the only reason he's holding on out here for anything. But that general unit's coming in, and the Bane of the Steeps may be able to. Oh, he does a little switch up there. Oh, good little switch up there. Oh, good charge. So this line here that is completely uncertain, he is shoring it up, putting his general into the combat. This is a very risky move, but if it pays off, and I think it is going to pay off, he may be able to shore up his main line, not having to bank on having to kill the enemy general. As you can see, my left flank is just falling apart. These pikes are just unstoppable, dude. Completely unstoppable. The rest of my line is holding fine, but those pikes over there are just wrecking through my depleted units. Oh, is that it? His gamble paid off. His gamble paid off, and the general is dead. That will definitely hurt this side over here, especially with him now charging in his general. That definitely helped as well. See, that's starting the rout. Also, this is starting the rout as well. So, oh, that's Uruk-Hai. I don't know. Maybe he just showed up the line there. But this is all just so weak. Still haven't quite gotten all those archers out yet, but now I am charging my cav into the back of these pikes here, because I need to. My left is falling apart too fast. I need my more. I need my healthier units getting into action elsewhere now. So I'm trying to help shore up these guys, get them out of there as soon as possible to shift them to my left flank. The rest of these guys, yeah. It's definitely just a waiting game at the moment right now. It's just slowly breaking through. I'm trying to organize my archers to shoot them as they're trying to come in. They still have quite, as you can see, they have quite a bit of distance to cover here to try and get back into my interior archer lines, and I can use that space they need to cover to shoot them point blank, or to give some oh, these pikes are deadly, dude, so deadly. Actually, I'm able to get some in the melee with some spread out pikes. If pikes are spread out, you can actually do some good damage against them. And so I am currently. Oh, but those archers. That's how I had him Onager going against those archers, and I think he still is going against them because I just needed them to. He actually brings in his general now. The Uruk-Hai general on this side is now just for the first time coming into combat. He's trying to sandwich these horses to stop them, these servants of the eye, from stopping them from trying to do exactly what I'm trying to get them to do. But I think the damage is done. The pikes are already almost dead. 75 there and 69 there. Nice. But who knows? My left is falling apart heavily right now. And as you can see, actually, this isn't still a sure fight. The general unit still has 32 men over here. I mean, even if he does win over here, he's going to be very, very depleted. And if I die to these pikes, and his pikes are still healthy over here on his left flank in the center, He can't withstand. Oni over there cannot withstand another pike battle. So if I lose here, Oni loses. I'm sure of it. So again, these pikes are already wavering. They're almost already out of there. Yep, that pike's on. That pike's on instantly. And still, I've only lost a few horses there and 3 horses there. So I think this open field thing is gambling. Cause I wouldn't be able to do this rear charge on these pikes like that if I was still over there. So, but I still have a fresh unit here of Orc Pillagers in reserve. Yeah, I have quite a bit of Orc Pillagers in reserve actually, getting ready. I think what I'm about to do here is try and sandwich this unit here. So if I can send this very depleted and ready to break, if I can just kill maybe 10 to 15 more, I can definitely do some damage against it. Oh, their pikes aren't down yet. That's why I charged in. The pikes were not down yet, so I was actually able to close the gap pretty well. They are going to start to hurt me now, but see, I could cemented them down, and now I'm going to actually sandwich them there, because this unit out here, I've been cycle charging with my cav unit out here. So my general's actually taken 20 men, the most out of all my cav units on the field. However, we've been just delaying this pike unit of 99 men out here, still a significant force, for as long as I can. He tried to get back here and get my archers to silence him from taking out his pikes and piecemeal. He has a good little bit out here, but I was able to actually kill it with my Orc Pillager reserves, and they'll be going back to shooting these pikes over there as well. So my whole front line is now almost completely broken apart. I wasn't able to free him up fast enough. I am able to kind of trade there, but that general kind of cemented that fact. I'm reorganizing my pikes to fight his general, and the rest of his pikes I'm just shoring up with my cavalry there in the back. My other cav unit I think came into the interior. Where is he at? Yeah, the other pike unit came into the interior, and instead of running out this way, they ran through into the interior this way. And actually I've had some pikes reform, and I still have plenty of units here. You see this Orc Pillager coming over. My rally units are actually saving me right now. And again, these pikes are just spread out, so I'm actually charging in against them while they're spread out, because the only time you really can do something like this. It's the only reason I have taken damage. But yeah, see, if I can keep them spread out, I got the bowmen just raining down on them, and so we've almost actually been able to rout this due to me charging them with a cav, which sounds retarded, right? Charge a cav general unit. So I was able to break that pike that I sandwiched actually. And I still have a fresh unit of Orc Pillagers that are going to try and shore up these archers there in the back. Actually, a very hefty unit of pikes still over here, 145. But you see, he can't bring them to bear against my infantry line because of my cav. He has to be wary about that. But he also has another unit of 130. But again, now that he got a little bit disorganized in my backfield trying to get my archers are now safe and are able to focus down some of his pikes. And you see they're doing quite a bit of damage actually. See, Oni over here looks shored up. Yep, Oni over here just now shored up. You can see just the absolute carnage. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. You can't even see the ground. Absolutely horrendous, guys. Absolutely horrendous. And over here as well. Except mine's a little bit further into the woods, actually. Yeah, but I definitely have a lot more. You can see the bodies in the river there. The river is definitely turned red on this side of the field. And you see just the absolute carnage over here on this side of the field as well. But definitely this is hot. Oh, that's hot. A lot of dead Easterlings, so good playing on Wolf's part there. He had a pretty tough job, and I think again Oni ran into the same problem I did, where he couldn't bring his cav to bear, which is quite crucial for these armies now, especially with the Servants of Ad being as strong as they are now. And yep, I'm able to isolate his general unit with my pikes, and his pikes can't quite pick a direction. I think this cav unit is about to come back in actually. So, oh, I think it is. I think he tried to trade pike units. He tried to shift out the weaker one for the stronger one, but that ended up causing them to rout, and causing this one to become a little bit disorganized. See, now I'm all inside these lines, boy. Ooh, fantastic onager shots. If it wasn't against me. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, that's like just what you want out of an onager shot, except against the wrong person. Fantastic. Oof, oof. They said screw those pikes. See, these guys are so strong. They said screw those pikes. They just went right in against them. Granted, it was just a single line of pikes, and that's the only reason that kind of turned out the way it did. And I think that's about the last unit there, guys. Yeah, it's 2,000 into 300. If we end the replay, can I still see the stats here? Will allow me to still see it. It will allow me to still see it, guys. So just to do it right here, you got me over here. My best units being definitely the Servants of the Eye. So that gamble of mine paid off, actually retreating into the open ground. 626 kills and 534 kills for those two Servants of the Eye units. And that was definitely against those Pike units. For Oni, his best kills was from the Warlords, I think, with 393 here. But again, his battle, I think, was a lot closer to the 1-to-1. But you see, actually, his bowman, he's actually, in the end, effectively able to bring his bowman to bear. You see, they actually pulled quite a bit of kills, 330, 341. Let me see, for Jeff Davis over here, he was able to do 116, 209, 300 here. So his infantry and his spikes definitely pulled through, and his general unit there at the end did a lot of damage as well. That's what helped broke my center line. And for Wolf, I think his pikes again are going to be what do his most damage. 189, 143 there, 145. And again, we bring a little bit smaller armies, so you see Oni only brought 420 men, so that's why you're seeing a little bit smaller casualties for kills for Oni. But remember, each one of these kills means a little bit more. So thank you guys for tuning in here for one of these battles. I love doing Rise of Mordor. I have a few more planned as well and ready to go, but this is just your initial one to get your fix, right? You're scratching your neck and you want more. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and I will catch you on the